Did you craft golden rin? Do we have a golden rin? I'm pretty sure we do have a golden rin. The answer to that is yes. Most of our golden... We are really, really, really bad at drawing... Are pulling golden cards. So most of our golden cards have been crafted. It's not bad. If he's even, Defile and Hellfire are fantastic. And if he's normal, Drake is fine. So late high school. So late high school, after I got established as retarded, we're pretty like to ourself kind of. Because, like, once you get, like, to the junior and senior year of high school, you know, like, everybody has their cliques and everything. So I had my, like, my clique, you know, that I hung out with a lot. But, like, for me, like, at lunch, I would always go, like, I could eat at the table with everybody, no problem. But, like, some days I would just, like, go and eat by myself outside. I don't even know why. And, like, people would walk by, because, like, eating outside by yourself, I mean, that's fucking weird. Especially in high school. So you get, like, people to come over, and they'd be, like, people you've never talked to before, and they'd be like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just eating my lunch. Like, but is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Why is it not fine? Well, you know, you're just sitting over here by yourself eating. I said, yeah, I mean... Okay. And then, oh my gosh. I tell you guys how I got into a fight. Well, actually, I don't even say I got into a fight. One of my friends that I've known since fucking 6th grade in middle school fought me over a goddamn lunch seat. Did I tell you about that? Does anybody know that story? I'm gonna tell that story. That was a fantastic story of fucking retardedness to the Maximus level-o. We're talking cannot get any fucking stupider. Maximum stupidness. Stupido Maximus. So. I've known this guy since fucking middle school. 6th grade. He was one of my only friends. It was him. His name is Brian and Jacob. Those are my bestest buds. And, you know, Brian... He was always he was much bigger than me and or Jacob. And he's just a big kid. We're talking like 6'5" in 7th grade. We're talking this kid is Giganto Maximus. You know, this guy is just I mean, he's just fucking astronomically big. So he protected me and Jacob because we were just wee little tykes. You know, I was pretty small. You know, I was kind of nerdy. I had a temper, but, you know, no one would even, like, come close to picking on us because we had, you know, fucking Shaquille O'Neal next to us. So I've known this kid forever. He comes and switches, at high school, he switches to another school. And, we don't hear from him for, like, ever. Then, out of the blue, he comes back. And he joins, and I was like, oh shit, should have tapped first. I fucked up. Sorry, story time. You know how it is. And he comes back, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, whatever. So we talk a little bit, we're okay. And he comes and sits, he normally sat at our table that I sat with, because I'm, obviously when you go to a new school and you find someone that you've known since middle school, you're gonna go, like, sway towards them, because you don't know anybody else. So, he came, and he was sitting at our table and shit. Not a big deal. And, we can almost get lethal. Yeah, we almost have lethal. So one day he's sitting down, he gets up and goes to eat, and I go sit down next to him. Or where he was sitting. Can someone kill me, please, so I can, like, die? And by now, the guy's like, you know, he's like 8'11". You know, this kid is fucking massive. Like, this kid cannot get any taller without, like, his joints disconnecting at the seams. And he weighs, you know, he's not like fat, but he's like built. Like, he's a baseball player. He was when he switched to our school was like, hey, Hail Mary, get this guy on the team. He's fucking, look at this man, he's a fucking beast. get this guy. And so, of course, you know, the whole school is fucking circle jerking over him because he's fucking really good at baseball. And he's fucking ginormous. And so he gets up and moves, and I sit down right where he moved. About 10 minutes later, he comes back to his seat, chat. 10 fucking minutes later, he comes back and goes, get out of... He goes, that's my seat. And I'm like, what? That's my seat. Get out of it. I'm like, what do you mean it's your seat? Like, you know, it's those lunch tables. And there's a seat open right next to me, right to my left. And there's only one person to my right, and there's an open seat on the other side, too. So I look at my seat to my left, and I said, why don't you just sit right there? He's like, because that's my seat. You're sitting in my seat. And I looked at Brian. I go, you fucking kidding me? I said, sit your ass down right there. That's your seat. I'm not moving. And he gets like an attitude. So of course I get the attitude. I'm like, I'm not moving. You didn't say please. Motherfucker don't say please. Motherfucker don't get a seat. If he would have said like, hey Rob, can I please sit in that seat? You know, it's my favorite. You know, I fucking am weird. Can I have my little lunch table seat? And I said, you petty motherfucker, sure, take your seat. The only reason you're sitting at this table is because of me anyway, because I'm the only person here you know. But anyway, so I say I'm not moving. So he takes my back, because I always had my backpack on ever, so he grabs my backpack, and he yanks me out of the seat. And, you know, he's pretty big, so I kind of go flying. Not like super flying, but, you know, I go far enough where people notice. And, you know, there's people looking at it now like, what the hell just broke down? You know, Rob just got flung to another table by his best friend. Are they memeing around, or is shit about to get loose? And, so, of course, he sits down and he starts talking to the table where I was sitting. You know me. I take every ounce of fiber in my little skinny-ass Jewish body. I sum it up like All Might. Like, when All Might is like he only has one fucking arm and he's punching, you know, the fucking enemy, and he's giving it all he's got right in his right arm just to get that final blow, get that final pump in there. You know what I'm saying? I take it and I grab his backpack and I fling this motherfucker so fucking far. He's like I said, he's like 8'11", 200 pounds of fucking muscle. I'm like 5'10", 120 pounds, and I fucking go, yeet, and he goes farther than I did to the other table. And by then, I'm exhausted. I've used all of my fucking, all of the sugar, all of the protein, everything's gone in my body. I'm like All Might after he, like, you know, turns into a fucking peanut head. Like, I am absolutely donezoed at this point. And then I sit down where he is and I look over and start talking to the table, and he comes up behind me. And I see him at the corner of my eye, and everybody at this point in our like area of lunchedness is staring at us. Because two people just went flying, and the bigger kid went flying farther. And they're like, oh shit. So everybody's looking. At this point, you know he has to make a move, right? Or he's a pussy. So he makes his move. So when I'm sitting at the table, behind my head, I see this arc of death. One of these right here. Not a punch, but an arc of death. This arc thing. And that's never a good sign. Once the arc of death comes out, shit just, woo-hoo-hoo. Shit's getting real serious. So the arc of death comes to destroy me and my face. And, I slightly moved back, so, like, it was just instinct. Like, arc of death, I, like, leaned back, and he, like, wrapped his, like, his arm went around my neck, and it turned into, like, this spinning duet. Because, and I got out of my seat and did one of these twirl things, because it was, like, the force of it. He just did spinning arc of death. There's some radiation to this arc of death. So, you know, it spins me out of my chair. I fall on the ground. At this point, because the arc of death took so long to charge up, my friend Christian, who is bigger than Brian, he starts swooping in for the kill. Because Christian, he ain't, you know, I'm his best buddy. I've known Christian a long time. And when little Jewish boy gets the Arc of Death going in on him, Christian's got to make some moves. You know what I'm saying? So Christian, at like 320 pounds, you know, 6'5", comes in here, slipping and sliding. Brian tries to get the final punch into me. He lands a punch on me. He lands a solid punch on me because I'm not a fighter. I can run, and I can get you in a headlock faster than you know what the fuck can happen. But when I get death scythed from the behind, I can't get you in a headlock at that point. I'm a little wiggle worm. If we're on the ground battling, you better believe you're gonna be choked out. But not in a one-on-one, face-to-face with fucking Shaquille O'Neal. That ain't happening. No neck grabbing is going on here. So he gets a good punch into me, and I take it like a beast. I know the punch is coming. I'm prepping for it. So he gets me with a good punch. He gets me with a good old sock and bop. Solid sock and bop. But then I stand tall, chat. I stand tall. He hits me, and I literally just turn back and stare at him while I watch Christian do, like, what we call a steamroll tank spank over this motherfucker. It's like, have you ever seen a small child get hit with a giant ball? How the child just disappears into vapor smoke? That happened to Brian. He was here, and then Brian wasn't here. And then so at this point I start laughing, and then by then the counselors come over, and they're like, you know, they rip me off the floor like I did anything. They're like, you need to come with us, you need to stop. They're like holding me back. I'm like, I'm not even moving. I just took a punch to the face and I'm standing here. And they're like, you ain't going nowhere. And I'm like, I'm literally standing here. Why are you shaking, making it look like I'm moving? I am legit standing fucking still. They're like, we got him, he's not going anywhere. It's like, I'm not moving. I am standing here laughing, you fuck. Fucking counselors. And then so Brian gets up and has to act all tough because he just turned into vapor dust. And so they haul me and Brian to the office. And oh, yikes. Man, if I had 10 mana, I could go with the Reaver into Siphon Soul. That's not really an option. So it's either Siphon Soul this, trade there, or just Nether. Oh shit! I forgot he heals from that, chat. Not good. Oh, should have nethered. I'm sorry. So we go to the office, and the guy's like, he like interviews everybody in the lunchroom and shit, and you know, figures out what happened, and he's just gonna hit my face and Siphon Soul me. Or I'm just dead this way. Yeah, that sucked. If I would have just done Twisting Nether, what were we at? We were at 8, so we would have been at 2. Yeah, that sucked. I played that wrong. So they go to the office and everything, and unqueue, queue, unqueue, and they're like, you know, we have reason to believe that you got into a fight. Like, good job. Is that the pop quiz? Because you passed. I got punched in the fucking face over a lunch. I got punched in the face over a lunch seat. You're a genius for figuring that out. How many students did you interview for that one? And so they're like, oh, you know, you punched back. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, you tried to hit him. You were going back and forth. I said, no. He's like, well, that's what I heard. And I'm like, well, I don't know who told you that. Did you ask the right people? Did you actually ask anybody who was watching? Because I never hit him. I took a punch to the face while Christian turned him into vapor dust. Like, why am I, like, he was telling me because I was going to get OSS for 3 days. He's like, oh, I'm going to have to suspend you for 3 days for fighting. But I'm like, I never fought him. I knew not to fight him because I was in 3 AP classes. If you're in AP classes in high school because the teachers are a bunch of fucking cocksuckers and they make their class seem like the hardest goddamn thing in the world, even though their class is not supposed to be that hard. If you miss 3 days, you are fucking done. You're going to get so far behind. So I intentionally didn't punch him. Plus, because I knew I'd lose. I mean, the kid's fucking huge. And so he's like, oh, yeah, you fought. And I was like, no, I didn't. And then he's like, well, if I figure out you didn't fight, you know, maybe you know, if I figure out that you didn't fight, then, you know, you're not going to be suspended. So after the whole day of him talking to people, being, you know, the detective dean that he is, for a high school, he concluded that I indeed did not fight. Like, wow, you're a smart one. But there's an issue here, fellas. Unfortunately, there's still an issue here. And the issue was that he still gave me ISS for fighting. I just didn't get suspended. I'm like, but I didn't fight. But whatever. If he doesn't trade, it's really good for me. Nice. The reason it's good for me is because now I can, Spellstone that. Actually, I could have just homunculus and spellstoned. Derp. Sorry, chat. Story time and Rob playing video games does not go well together. I do not play as good as I should be. But yeah, it was it was a joke. Like, I got in trouble for fighting, even though I didn't fight in the end. And he even said I didn't fight. He's like, I've come to believe you didn't get into a fight. And I was like, yes, I did not get into a fight. He's like, but you're still gonna be suspended anyway. I was like, what? Like, how did the fuck does that work out? Like, excuse me, sir, we have reason to believe you're selling drugs. We've come to understand that you're not selling drugs, but you're still gonna be in trouble for selling drugs. What? Can you explain can you explain how that makes a lick of fucking sense? Can you explain that to me in layman's terms? I threw him. So technically, yes, I did throw him. But then my thing was, if I threw him off the table and it ended there, would have that led to me being suspended? And the answer is no. The only reason that I was suspended is because he punched me. Correct? So if we do game theory on this, right? And at the end of the day, if he would have never hit me, would me pulling him off of the chair would have led to a suspension? And the answer is no. So therefore, I should not be suspended for pulling off the chair, because everything and after that was him doing the naughties, not me. You know what I mean? It's only fair, chat.
Let the pain speak to me.
You guys get in trouble for cussing, and well, that's so funny. Well, I need to play 2 cards here.
Must destroy.
Oh, caked up. But did you describe it as the arc of death? No. Some kids at school said I was selling drugs just because I was playing with older guys that got suspended anyway. Dude, so dumb. One time that I should have gotten in trouble that I didn't is when I threw a chair at my teacher. But that was in like 12th grade. It all started in 3rd grade where I threw a hardcover book at my teacher because she took away my Fun Friday. That's that bitch. I'm playing against Exodia Mage right now. Feels really, really bad. Yo, who wants to take... Yo, can I take Archmage? Go get him, Tiger. Eh. Everybody remembers Fun Friday, dude. Fun Friday was the shit. You got to play all the games at the end of the day. And that bitch told me I wasn't gonna have Fun Friday. So I stood up and I threw my fucking math book at her. I was like, ain't no bitch telling me I have no Fun Friday. You gotta be fucking out of your mind if you're gonna take Fun Friday away from me. I had brought my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and everything. You lost your goddamn mind if you think I'm gonna accept no Fun Friday. Yo, see you later, Snail. And dude, thanks a ton for like the donos, the fucking gifted subs. Like, holy shit, dude. You have a good day. Oh shit, did we already lose? So how much damage do we have? We have 8, 10, 12, 15. That's just lethal. Up. And like teacher was always they would always move my card. Like I love my green card. And you know, like when you're in like elementary school, how you have like a green card and you have your yellow card and you have like your orange card and then you have your red card, and the red card's like bad day, bad day, like call parents bad day. This bitch, this 3rd grade, Harry, remember her name? His name was Miss Nielsen. That stupid little bitch. She would always give me a yellow card every day, no matter what I did. I wouldn't even say a fucking word. I even tested this. In 3rd grade, I tested this. I said, all right. I'm not going to say a goddamn word all day. I will not speak. Because she always gives me yellow cards. And my dad would be like, you never get green cards. You only get yellow cards. You know, you don't get allowance this week, or you know, you gotta do extra chores, or you can't play video games that long because you're a yellow kid, you ain't no green kid. And I'm like, Dad, I promise you I'm a green boy, I'm a green boy. He's like, no, you a yellow boy, you in trouble, boy. And then so like literally I didn't say a fucking word all day. It's like almost the end of the day, right? Like I'm like, damn, I got me a green card today. Like Papa's gonna be so proud, Papa's gonna be so proud. So I'm like fucking hyped as shit when I get home because Papa's gonna be proud. Literally, she's like, it was like fucking 10 minutes till the bell rings, till the whole class is out. Everybody's going home. Green card for Rob. This hoe. She goes, all right, put your books away. And so I went to my desk to get my book to put it away. And I was like 5 seconds later than all the other kids. She walks over to the fucking board. She walks over there slowly, chalantly, fucking smiling at me, giving me that little bitch-ass smirk. She moves me from green to yellow. I politely, at this point, I was blowing gaskets. 3rd grade, your boy was fucking tilted out of his goddamn mind. So I fucking, oh my god. So I politely, chat, raise my hand. Politely. I go, Miss Nielsen, why is my card yellow? He goes, well, you, the exact fucking, I know the sentence because it haunts me to this day. You stood around lollygagging too long. It disrupted the class. It haunts me in my fucking dreams. You stood around lollygagging too long. You disrupted the class. I said, I'll give you something to lollygag on, bitch. Let me tell you something about lollygagging, alright? Bet you can lollygag these fucking 9-year-old nuts. Like, lollygagging around. I said, Miss Nielsen, all I did was put my book away. She goes, well, you stood around. I said, I wasn't even speaking. I literally didn't talk today to not get yellow cards. How can one lollygag without fucking saying words? Like, excuse me? Like, I haven't fucking spoke. How does one lollygag without done this spoketh? Like, what am I lollygag doing? I'm not talking to anybody because I'm not allowed.
Must destroy.
I was so fucking mad. I'm still mad to this day. It's so sad that, like, how many years later? We're talking like 15 fucking years later, this bitch still is in my mind, driving me crazy. You took too long. You were lollygagging around.
None.
Have fucking mercy, chat. Yo, you fucking lollygagging.
That minion needs a turn to get ready.
What's my win rate with this deco? 67%. We're 20 and 10. So how much damage we got? We got 8, 11, 14. No lethal yet. But close. No lethal, but close.
Must destroy.
I need to play 2 cards or I'm gonna overdraw. I think this is actually fine. Alright, I'm actually gonna play around fucking Malagos Moonfire trade. Maybe that wouldn't have been enough, but I don't fucking know. I'll play around fucking him attacking me in the face. I had this really bad teacher in freshman year of English. She was awful too. I forgot her name though. But she was like tragically awful. Like tragically awful. Miss Hilton, that's what it was. She was the second worst teacher I've ever had. Maybe in competition with Nelson. Cause I was in honors English, but at the same time I was in intensive English. I don't understand how that makes sense. How can they do that? How could one be in intensive English, which means you're retarded? Well, not retarded, but like you're not good at English. And then also be in honors English. Like Crippo fucking woot face. And she gave me, I had a D in intensive English, and I had an A in honors English. And I went to the guidance counselor. And I was like, can you explain to me what's going on here? I have an A in honors English, honors English, and I have a D in intensive English. This teacher sucks. She's awful. She always, and they always lose your work. Whenever you don't get the, I must have lost it. What do you mean you lost it? Is it my, how, what do you mean you lost it? This isn't like a fucking, like, you know, a toothpick, like, or like a, you know, a brush. Oh, I lost the brush. This is great. This is my fucking future. What do you mean you just lose it? The hell do you mean you just lose it? I'm about to lose my fucking mind. Cause your bitch ass can't keep track of fucking papers. Anyway, high school was a bunch of fucking fun. It was a ball. Everybody enjoyed it. Full of oatmeal and fucking raisins. Full of oatmeal and raisins, chat. I can't play a card that doesn't stop me from overdrawing, so as long as we don't overdraw Gul'dan, it's fine. I'm probably gonna overdraw Gul'dan. I am most assuredly overdrawing Gul'dan. If there's the one card in my deck that I'm overdrawing, it's going to 100% have to be Gul'dan. There's no other card I could possibly overdraw, unfortunately. It's the only way. There's 1 in 8, gotta be Gul'dan. Watch and learn, chat. Gul'dan, goodbye. Woohoo! Not Gul'dan. Anyway, we have lethal. Eat. Eat. Bang. Losing control. And the culinary teacher, have fucking mercy. She thought she was the Chef Boyardee, the fucking Gordon Ramsay of the school. Trying to tell me how to make motherfucking noodles. I'm like, bitch, I was born making noodles. My body is 90% fucking noodly. Alright? You don't tell me how to make noodles. I'll literally turn you into a noodle and I'll fucking eat you. Tell me fucking how to make noodles. The bowl in the water. Congratulations, the bowl in water and noodles. You've described exactly the process of how to fucking make noodles. Now, why am I taking your class and why do I have a C in it? Every class that was, all the classes that was supposed to be super fucking easy were the hardest fucking classes for me. Like, all the classes that were supposed to be hard, I get B's and A's. The classes at Culinary, Gym, fucking intensive English. Hardest fucking classes. Hardest fucking classes in my goddamn life. Miss fucking Glass. That... The younger one and the older one. Both of them hated me. Everybody loved the older one. She's like, she's so nice. She's so nice. I punched the electrical outlet in her room and caught, like, fucking got sent to the office. And it's because she oh my gosh, she wrote me a referral the day before Thanksgiving's break. Like, I was so mad. Because she knew, like, teachers knew about me and my dad because like, a teacher, all they had to do was call him or write a, like, a referral. Like, most of the time, just even call him. They didn't even have to, like, give me a detention or, like, write a referral. If they just called my dad and said Rob isn't being good, it's the end of the fucking world. I was going into fucking meltdown mode when I go home. It was like going home to a goddamn jail cell. Yeah, I was just totally done. Like, there ain't no recovering from a teacher calling home in my house. So she calls home the day before Thanksgiving break, right when they're gonna release the World of Warcraft expansion. Like, the day of the, like, for 2 weeks, and she calls home. Because I wasn't standing in the proper spot. So this is what happened. I was making noodles. I'm a noodle fucking master. I don't need nobody's help to make noodles. So when I finished making noodles, which I made very quickly because I'm, again, noodle master. I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. God, why didn't I play the giant first? God damn it, chat. Oh, that's a game-losing play right there. Could have literally just played 2 giants, but story time fucks me up. I wasn't standing in the right area, so I finished my noodles, and then I went to my other friend's station to help him wrap wraps. Because I was done making noodles, right? And, she told me, she goes, Rob, get out of the wrap. She's like, get out of the wrap making station. You're making noodles. I said, I was like, I'm done making the noodles. They're finished. I already put them in the refrigerator for later, and I put the Alfredo sauce on them. You know, I just didn't want to just stand at the stove and do nothing in front of a, like, I didn't want to just do nothing, so I came and helped finish the wraps before lunch hits because these wraps are really popular, and so I wanted to help you finish them. She goes, but is that what you were assigned to do today? I'm like, no, I was assigned to make noodles, but I'm done, and I don't want to just stand there and do nothing. She's like, well, I assign what you do and when you do it, and if you decide you just want to go off and do whatever you want, I'm just going to call your house. We'll see how your dad feels about that. I was like, what the hell? I was like, Miss Glass, I just didn't want to stand there and do nothing. And she's like, well, you should have thought about that before you went off and went against my decision and rules. Oh my god, did I lose my mind. I called her every nasty fucking word that was at the top of my head. I fucking threw the wrap on the ground. I said, fuck your shitty fucking $2 wraps anyway. They taste like shit. The only reason people eat them is because they have to eat food every day. Oh my god, I was so fucking mad. And she's like, oh, well, that's gonna... And she was like, oh, well, that's gonna be... what did she say exactly? She's like, oh, well, that's gonna be a referral now, too. Instead of just calling home. I'm like, Miss Glass, it doesn't fucking matter. You're a bitch regardless. Whether you give me a referral, you're still a bitch at the end of the day. I can't help you not be a bitch because you just are. And I feel bad. I feel bad, Miss Glass. And she's like, I'm calling security. And so I fucking slammed out of the room, fucking punched the fucking walls, the electrical thingies. I was so fucking upset. Running duties, hoes, like. So we win games, chat, when I'm literally paying no attention to the game, but when I'm actually trying to rank up, we just lose every fucking game. How is this possible? We literally have, like, we're going on a tear. We're going on a fucking tear right now, chat. Yo, was that TC with the thick dono? Rob, you have a pillow in your bed, correct? Go cry on it. TC, always with the nice comments, my dude. Yo, thanks for the burrito, buddy. Yeah, high school was oh my gosh, there's so many more stories too. That's just the fucking, we're just scratching the surface. We are just scratching the surface, chat. Let me tell you something you don't know about you. Did your pops defend you? Fuck no. It was my word against the team. My dad would believe a fucking snail. He'd believe something that doesn't even speak English over me. He'd be like, you know what? This dirt speck on the fridge tells a different story, Rob. Tells a different story, buddy. You know what, Rob? That eyeball of yours, the way you're moving your eyes back and forth, that tells a different story, buddy. What do you mean it tells a different story? What the hell are you talking about? I mean, it tells a different fucking story. Like, if you... Teachers just don't go out of their way, Rob, to call parents at home. Well, they do when they're cooks. They do when they know when they call home, you know, the kid gets executed. Yeah, then they definitely call home when that happens. If they know they call you and I get executed, you damn well know they're calling every day. Hello, Rob's still in my class. He hasn't been executed yet. Cool. We're getting fucking slaughtered this game. Alright, please no Vile Spine Slayer. But the thing is, like, teachers that hated me, like, I had 75% of my teachers did not like me. But I had 25% of my teachers that fucking loved me. Like, they loved me. Oh, GG. Lost to a 3-mana card. Ugh, feels bad. Like, literally, I had some teachers like, this is the best kid I've ever had. But those teachers never told my parents how good I was, and if they did, they didn't believe them anyway. They're just like, how much is he paying you? How much is Rob paying you to be, you know, say these things right now? Our Rob? Good stories? No. How much is he paying you? How much is he wheeling and dealing right now? I have to push face or I'll lose. So I basically have to draw either heal or taunt. I drew heal. Woohoo! Technically still alive. I could have technically stopped it from happening by playing Doomsayer 1 turn earlier, but I just didn't expect him to cold-blood it, and then him to be able to deal with my giant by playing Tar Creeper. Like, certain cards all needed to happen at once. Like, you needed a Clan Thug, you needed to have Tar Creeper, you needed to have Cold Blood, and then you needed to have Vile Spine Slayer. Cancel, Rogue, Q, cancel, even. So far, this whole, like, queuing into another deck first, cancel Q, and queue into another deck seems to be working. Rob's reign of terror. Dude, I was a good kid. I just didn't do the bullshit shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if teacher assigns you a piece of work and it's worth, like, a 0.5 of your grade and it takes 2 days to do, I'm not doing it. Risk versus reward. There's 0 risk by me not doing this work. And teachers really didn't like that. Because, like, in high school, teachers would assign, like, massive amounts of work. And then, like, it wouldn't be worth, like, a large percentage of your grade. So, like, you'd have kids, like, busy in class fucking doing all of this, like, work. And, I would just sit there and I'd, like, play on my phone or go to sleep or, like, do other class work. And they would be like, well, Rob, what are you doing? You're not working on this. I'm like, yeah, because it's only worth, and in your syllabus, it says it's worth less than 1% of my grade. That means if I, like, it's literally nothing. And they're like, well, it's, you know, I signed this so you can do better on the test. I'm like, well, the test is worth 60% of my grade. So as long as I just do the test and do well, I don't really care about this. They're like, well, how are you going to do well on the test if you don't do this busy work or this work? And I'm like, well, I study. That's what studying is. I'm going to study what's on the test. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I missed something or, like, I was just being a bitch about it. But I'm not doing days worth of work for 1% of my grade. It's not, why would you? That's like someone saying, hey, you want to shovel my backyard for $1 a day? No! I'd rather sit on my fucking, I'd rather stare at a goddamn wall than make $1 to shovel all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go make $1 picking pennies up on the side of the fucking road. Well, how are you gonna be a good digger, Rob, if you don't dig holes? I'm pretty sure I know the essence of how to dig a hole, so therefore it doesn't really matter how many holes I dig. I'm pretty sure the, you know, the diminishing returns of my hole digging, you know, experience can be, I'm okay. I think I'll be able to handle, all right? I think we'll be all right.
The This guy's toast.
Rip the mill. It's really hard to compete with people who drew both their saps in the first half of their deck. Now he's gonna like Vile Spine it. Oh my god. Sap, Stap, Coin, Vile Spine. I can't make it up, chat. I cannot make this shit up. I'm assuming he's swinging with dagger, so then I can tap and then play 7/7. Wow, he didn't attack with dagger. What a good fucking player, chat. What a good player. What a good boy. Man, I really don't want to play Mossy. The only reason I didn't want to play Mossy is because I just drew Curse of Weakness. Yeet. Yeah. Be gone, thought. I mean, the teacher shouldn't be doing that in the first place. The test is supposed to test knowledge and understanding, not you can literally copy a mock test. Oh. Welcome to our education system. All high school and middle school is memorization. It's literally a bunch of vocab words on a piece of paper. If you can memorize all the vocab words, you'll do fine on the test. That's all I did was memorization. I didn't do shit. We can. Ooh. I fucked up again. Whatever, I'll just play this out. I'm Gul'daning next turn anyway, so if he kills the 4/4, I can trade it, and then I'll play it, it'll get resummoned anyway.
Engaging TC-130, mental dislocator.
Control tech? Can't say I've seen that teched in a lot of, rogue decks. Oh, this must be Tess. This must be the Tess rogue. Now I understand. Now I understand, chat. What's going on over here, chat? Yeet. Call in the Dreadsteeds, boys! That guy's dead. Moving on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. Yeet. Done 3 people, poggers. I like how people do like the miniature thing and they make it so hard for you to fucking see them. I'm gonna stun so many people with that. Oh, just stun 2 people. Go get him, imps! Jesus, he's healing for so fucking much. I can't even keep up with the amount this guy is healing. Dude, their healers are going fucking crazy. Oh, whatever, I'm dead. Alright, so it's always gonna be Lich King. Hero power. Ice. Oh, look, I'm still alive. Woohoo! Rooted and can't move. Woohoo! Get off my ass, you piece of shit. Sitting here sucking my balls for the longest time.
I will enjoy watching you die.
Finally, I died. So far with the master's degree has been, I've learned a lot. There's only like 2 professors, out of all the professors I've had, there's only like 2 of them that I could say have been really good.
Engaging TC-130 mental dislocator.
So the question is, do I gen buff or do I hero power here? I think I gen buff. No, I just have lethal, right? So I do this, that's 11, 12, it's almost. I think gen buff is fine.
Curse has become our greatest strength.
Like, how does he deal with this besides vanish? And he doesn't, I don't think he runs vanish. We're at a high enough life total where I don't think he kills us in a single turn. Get that punk. Oh my god, he runs vanish. Have mercy. Takes Tess. Oh, okay.
The end is coming!
I'm dropping out of college. Too much fucking debt. Undergrad, I don't think is too bad. Has he played any heal? Oh yeah, he dark pacted. Death and Decay. Wow, look at him go. Now he's gonna Shadow Step, and then he loses. Actually, technically he doesn't lose. You gotta get that pump, dude. You gonna get that pump? $60K a year for your college? Holy shit. That's like the most expensive college down, or not most expensive, but like Rollins is by us. That's super expensive. Did Test just give a baby to 5 minions? What the hell is this shit, chat? Test just had like a 5 minion baby. I want to see him kill himself with the tunnel. Of course you rip sap. Overdraw. Ooh. Give him that suck. Give him that deep suck. Yeah. Eat face. Man, he just keeps on healing, chat. This man is a soul fucking survivor. Jesus. Man has seen some fucking shit. Soul survivor. Yeah. The reason I killed the life drinker is because of Shadow Step. Oh my god! Stop it with the healing! Jesus! Went to Rollins, can confirm it's expensive as fuck. Yeah, Babs. That shit's fucking... I wanted to go there, but then cost Big Daddy dollars, dude. Big Daddy dollars. All right, Infernal hero power is lethal. Yeet. Full dance hero power is fucking busted, dude. It's fucking bustante.